People are mad at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's been such a POS for such a long time. I don't know how he's gotten away with being everyone's like unproblematic fave for decades and decades. Total grifter. Yeah. I mean, he just keeps quiet and accepts paychecks, right? He's the weed guy. He is the damn weed guy. It's a little bit more difficult to be like the weed guy in this political environment, right? Like, how do you get away with being the weed guy when weed is legal in half the states, but all the states that haven't legalized it are also the ones that agree with your social positions? He was complaining about LGBTQ plus representation in movies. Speaking on the It's Giving podcast, he recalled watching the Toy Story spin-off Lightyear, which features a same-sex kiss with his grandson, who asked him, "Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She's a woman." Weird thing for a kid to ask, by the way. I feel like if a kid asks that after seeing a girl kiss a girl in a movie, they've been given some weird ideas from the get-go, right? Like, yeah, that's influence. Like, there's already some shit going on. Like, how does that prompt pop into your head, you know? Like, that kid had to have been given a bunch of homophobic bullshit beforehand. A bunch of like, well, no, men belong with women because that's how you produce a baby. Because otherwise, why would that even come into your head as a kid? "Aw, shit, I didn't come for this shit. I came here to watch the goddamn movie," he remarked. "Y'all throwing me in the middle of this shit that I don't have an answer for. It threw me for a loop." I never understood this. First of all, children ask questions about the world no matter what you do with them. Like, if you go on a walk with a kid or watch a movie with a kid or whatever, they're always going to have questions. Like, that's the whole point. They're kids. They're stupid and don't know anything. Like, it's the whole point, right? Where are dinosaurs? Did dinosaurs really live with people? Were dinosaurs really that big? Like, yeah, they ask questions. What do you mean? Were you prepared for that one, Snoop? Do you have like a not anthropological, what's it? What am I blanking on right here? Archaeological degree? You know, it's meaningless. And also, how paleontology, thank you. How stupid do you have to be to not have an answer to this? Like, how have you lived your life? And you're like 70 years old and you've had so many experiences. You're Snoop Dogg. You've been to a million parties. You've talked to a million people. This like, you've built up like this rich world of experiences in your life. And you can't feel the question like this. You know? He's 53? Oh, okay. I don't know. He's so skinny. It's hard to tell when you're like rake thin. Snoop Dogg went on to say he's frightened to watch movies now over fears he might have to acknowledge the existence of LGBTQ plus people and their relationships. He further complained that the completely appropriate kiss was featured in a kid's film, saying, "These kids, do we have to show that at that age? They're going to ask questions. I don't have the answer." He complained that representation is everywhere. Are we going back to this era? I feel like I thought we had grown past this. Pardon me for being naive. I thought we had gotten past this, you know? This like, guys shouldn't kiss guys in public because what if a kid sees and I have to answer questions? Like, I swear to God, I haven't heard this bit in quite a while, you know? Here we go. This one editorializes less. I should have expected as much for Pink News. "It f***ed me up," Snoop said. "I'm like scared to go to the movies. Y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids. We have to show that at this age? They're going to ask questions. I don't have the answer. I don't get it. I have no idea like how weak in constitution you have to be to not. It is a skill issue. It is a skill issue. He's just old. Apparently he's like, okay, hold on. Let's find out. Snoop Dogg age. He's 53. He's not that old. He's not that old, dude. This is not like an 85-year-old blustering at the world. Also, he's Snoop Dogg, okay? He's been to a million Hollywood parties where girls have kissed each other. Like, it is ridiculous to give this like, oh, well, he just hasn't experienced the new world, okay? I promise you he's been around more lesbians than you or I have, okay? Is he even religious? I don't know if he's, like, actually religious. I know he's homophobic. His brain is fried, maybe. Or he's just a bigot. Like, what about smoking weed makes you a bigot? I think it's just bigoted. I still hear it a lot from black men. Yeah, I don't want to racialize it. I think it's kind of like the same thing that you get. We talked about it with Mamdani, right? Where if you're a white guy and you're conservative, you vote Republican. But if you're a black guy and you have conservative social beliefs, you still probably vote Democrat. So there's a lot more variance in the social positions held in those spaces, you know? Oh, 1 second. I think I have a delivery. No porch pirates getting me today. It's so disingenuous because the answer is literally as simple as a doctor helped them have the baby. I don't think that anyone who has ever said, like, I don't know how to answer this question to my kids has been sincere. I think that it has always been the discomfort of the adult and they don't like. Okay, I think that Snoop Dogg is a homophobe who's grown up around a lot of gay people. He's in Hollywood, he's been around a million gay people, a million lesbians or whatever, but he doesn't mind that. Why? Because he primarily interacts with these people as adults. He goes to parties where women kiss or whatever, but it's a party, right? There are people with their tits out. He's smoking weed. It's a party. He thinks of it as an adult thing. He doesn't mind it necessarily as an adult thing. He's probably been around tons of people with lifestyles that he doesn't necessarily want for himself. But to him, yeah, it's like a fetish thing. It's like to him, women kissing are like set dressing in a rap video. They're an ornament, or they're like a weird adult dalliance, you know? Whereas in his mind, the love between a man and a woman is potentially outside of that, like also a normal, wholesome thing. So it's not that it's more complex than that, right? It's not like if a person says, well, I don't want my kids seeing two men kissing or whatever, that means that they themselves get disgusted when they see two men kissing, though in a lot of cases that is true. It's more like they can only see that in the context of it being this adult thing, not just like a normal part of life. Yeah, if he feels that way about women kissing, he probably feels that way about men kissing like 10 times over. Yeah. He thinks it's like inherently sexual, inherently adult. He literally put his name on a couple of porn films way back. This moralizing shit's incredibly silly. No. But this is what I'm trying to explain, right? Like, he thinks of it as pornographic. He thinks of two women kissing as like a sultry, adult, sexual thing. But he thinks of a man and a woman kissing as just like, well, a normal thing. So it's in his head, it's not hypocritical for him to co-sign pornography, but then complain about that indecency in a kid's film. His issue with it isn't that it exists. He just doesn't think that it's normal the way a man and a woman kissing would be and could be in a kid's film, you know? That's actually spot on. My wife was like that until she watched the gay romance episode of Last of Us. It humanized it, desexualized it. Really? Your wife up until that episode of Last of Us. That's crazy. You know what? Actually, that reminds me of a good point. I genuinely, and pardon me, I know I've gone off on a bunch of anti-lesbian rants before. Here's another one. We cannot, like, slow pitch normalize gay relationships by only showing, like, soft NBs / women or whatever. You know what the I'm talking about, okay? Because for a lot of people, if you show women kissing and it's like, oh, look at that, it's a gay relationship, it's arcane or whatever, you know, you look at that, a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, well, that's hot, so it's okay. A lot of people don't find two guys kissing hot, which is exactly why that's the normalization. If a man and a woman kiss, even if that man and that woman aren't really attractive, like in a movie or a TV show or whatever, nobody's like, ew, or whatever. People are just like, yeah, well, they're kissing. They're like a husband and wife. It's like a 60-year-old man and woman, and they're both kind of dumpy looking, but they kiss, and it's like, oh, that's really cute, you know? For a homophobe, a lot of them will see like two women kiss, and they won't think, oh my God, love is love. They'll think, wow, that's hot. It remains in their mind a stigmatized sexual thing, but it's a stigmatized sexual thing they're into. But those people usually don't feel the same way about two men kissing, of course, for a variety of reasons about the way men and women are presented. Anyway, it came to mind because the Last of Us episode thing came up, you know, but it was on my mind. It's important to think of it that way, I think. What does this have to do with anti-lesbian? Basically, I'm saying I'm tired of arcane lesbians and you need to stuff it. It's time for gay men to rule. I'm tired. I'm tired of queer media having a bunch of soft femmes kissing, okay? Get that shit out of here. All right? You've had your time, okay? It's been all human time. Everyone thinks girls is pretty. Get out. Just watch yaoi. For one, I'm talking about movies and TV shows, and for two, for a lot of yaoi, they just draw two women and then don't give them tits. Yeah, I've seen the previews for the new Panty and Stocking. Oh, wow, you have boy angels? Let me guess, they look like women. Yep, they look like women. They look like flat-chested women. That's great. That's great. Take Yuri on Ice. You know what I'm going to say. Not true, men Yuri is popular. I'm talking about TV shows and movies. You people dumb. I'm talking about normalization in a non-pornographic context. And you guys are like, well, there's porn of it. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. The new angels are shredded in their transformation. They're very masked. No, they're the not, okay? Having little rounded cutesy abs on a 23-inch waist is not masked. Don't you mother... I can't stand talking about this shit with people who grew up in an era where femboys are drawn by drawing a woman and then erasing the tits, okay? Oh, no, no, no. I love boys, uwu. I'm a boy kisser. Look at me with my avatar. That's that stupid dog with the cat face. Here's what I like boys to look like. Draw somebody with a 22-inch waist, 46-inch hips. Yeah, I see right the through you, okay? Have fun out there in the real world. Have fun getting a minimum wage service job where you have to interact with actual men. Yeah, okay. Have fun being gay out there. I know exactly what kind of relationships you're going to fall into. Have fun finding a woman who likes anal as much as you. You. One day, real men lovers will rise up. Well, that was just mean. Well, in fairness, I did talk about destigmatizing masculine homosexuality, and a bunch of people in chat were like, have you tried gay porn? So, you know, in fairness, like, you all earned it, basically. I, for one, like Howson. I'm happy to hear that, genuinely.